Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 123. I'm your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. There's no opening question tonight because it's kind of one of our special episodes. We stopped doing these movie games a couple of years ago, and we're bringing them back. And whereas the summer movie game, yes, very exciting. Whereas the summer movie game is, we play it a certain way. We play it where basically you pick 10 movies and you figure out the scoring by what they rank in how much money they bring in. The fall winter game, which is actually what we're looking at tonight, is actually done a little different. So this one is done more as a kind of like a fantasy football type thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to bid on these different movies. Whichever we have, each one of us has 100 points that we can bid as a maximum. And whatever movies that we claim, whatever they end up making until mid-January will go to our final score. And the person with the highest gross of the movies that they picked will end up winning the game. You'll kind of understand if I'm not explaining it very well, you'll understand as we go through it. So joining me tonight, we've got Sean, we've got Chris, and we've got Ray. How are y'all doing?
Good. I have a beef.
Yes, what?
I have a beef with the previous game that we just wrapped. Why did so many people pay to go see an animated movie of an animated movie? The Lion King. Are you kidding me? It's an animated movie of an animated movie.
I understand, and you know what? I've heard a lot of people said it was fine. I don't think I've heard anyone say it was fantastic. I heard people said it was fine, and then I heard other people just go, everyone had dead eyes, and it just was not good.
Like I heard bad things about it, and then all these people still went. And I'm like, dude, that's wrong. Right?
Yeah.
They're wrong.
They're wrong. Right.
So
he screwed me on purpose.
Well, we did have a movie slip in right at the very end there. I'm trying to think what it was. Something slipped in right at the very end that just came out, and I was like, "Wow!" Maybe was it Chapter 2? Maybe. It is
Dark Horse. Yeah.
Yeah. Leia, what are you doing in here? My cat just has learned how to open the door and come in, so this may be interesting. We have to stop here in a second and deal with the cat. So, anyway, so we're going to get started. We're going to go through the movies in chronological order. Except for one movie. Every so often, with the last several years, there's been a movie that honestly has the potential that by itself could raise enough money. And traditionally it's been Star Wars. So we're going to start with that. Of course, we have a new Star Wars movie coming out here in December, which is technically the last of this trilogy, which finishes the Skywalker trilogy. How do you say that? I don't even know. It's a trilogy of trilogies. But yeah, so that's coming out here on the 20th. So I'll just go ahead and start off, just find out real quick. If multiple people are wanting to bid all of their 100 points, then what we'll do is we'll start ranking down how much of the percentage you're willing to take. So like if, both of us are like, hey, we'll both do 100 points, then, I'll take 95% of the profit. And you may say, I'll take 94, and we'll go down from there to figure it out. But I don't think it's going to come to that because traditionally speaking, the single movie bet has not won anyone this game. So, but if that is your plan, I'm not gonna say boo. So with that being said, the first movie up for bid is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I did go out and find some information. The Hollywood Stock Exchange is a good way to kind of measure roughly what the interest is on a movie is. And so you kind of can convert their dollars into millions of dollars. And they estimated it $590. So they're probably guessing it's going to make close to $600 million. I don't know if it can do that in the amount of time it's got. It's only gotten from the mid mid-December to mid-January. But with that being said, would anyone like to start the opening bid for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker?
I'll go 20.
I'll go 25.
26.
What did you say, Ray?
26, but he took it.
Okay. 30.
31.
35.
36.
40. I have a number in my head I'm not going above, but I'm just letting you know.
Okay. 41.
45.
Do you want it, Ray? I'll give you a chance. 46.
50. I will put half of my money in on this movie.
Oh, just half? 51.
52.
You seem shocked.
Anyone else?
53.
54.
You can have it.
I can have it for 54.
Well, I figure your line was 50, so I was pushing it. But
Okay. Is anyone else? 54 going once? 54 going twice? Sold. I will take Star Wars for 54 points. So that drops me down to 46. Okay, so now that being said, the next movie on the docket is I was going to pull up some of the information on these movies just so I can kind of read off some stuff. But the next movie is Joker, the standalone origin story about the Joker starring Joaquin Phoenix. Hollywood Stock Exchange has it at $191, so they're estimating about $200 million. So would anyone like to start the bidding?
10.
11.
10.
I'll do 12.
15.
16.
20.
21.
23.
24.
25.
Really?
I'm not going above 25. Anyone
26.
else? Oh, 26.
27.
27 going once.
You can have it.
27 for Ray, the Joker. What is y'all's read on this? I'll be very honest with you. I'm interested in seeing it because I think Joaquin Phoenix might have an interesting take on the Joker. But on the flip side, I'm also like, it's gonna be a standalone. Like, it's not gonna connect to anything else. And I mean, I guess that's fine, but for a comic book movie, I kind of expected to connect to everything else. But I don't know, maybe is that just me or what?
I'm looking forward to it, even if it is a standalone. Just the acting, like the trailers I've seen for it, look great.
The early buzz for it is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not going into it with a big expectation for the Avengers kind of thing.
So there's a couple things that are working for it in my opinion. One is that they have not given a lot away in the trailer. I think they've learned their mistake, right?
Yeah.
And I also think that I know a lot of people are hesitant because of the buzz that's coming out of it, but the buzz that they're talking about, it seems genuine. A lot of people have been hating on DC. It's easy to hate on DC lately, and this one seems like very legitimate. And the other part that I love about it is Batman's nowhere to be seen in it, and that's probably a good thing right now.
Yeah, I would agree with everything you just said. So
it doesn't look campy.
No, it doesn't. It's supposed to be very
stuff
dark.
Always looks campy.
And it's set in the 80s. And
yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. The beauty is that there was one quote that's really got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it came out of that, and it shouldn't be a spoiler. All they said is at the end of the movie, you don't know what's real and what's not, and that's what they loved about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm probably gonna go see it. It's just, like I said, I wish who knows? Maybe it will do extremely well, and they'll, DC will be like, well, maybe we should build off of this and
What
go from there.
I was talking to somebody else about it. I think this movie, if it does well, they're going to say, you know what, we did this wrong. We need to start all of our movies off with, we need to build our villains up, and then introduce the heroes.
That would be an interesting way because, I mean, definitely, granted, we do have some interesting Marvel villains, but for the most part, it's the heroes that we're interested in. Now, granted, I love Batman. Batman's a great superhero, but the villains are what have always been the more interesting part of the movies.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious if this actually starts the whole thing and they kind of just go that way instead.
That would be a cool way to do it. All right, our next movie on the chopping block is Gemini Man. It is, let's see here, an over-the-hill hitman faces off against a younger clone of himself. It's directed by Ang Lee and stars Will Smith. Has Clive Owen, Benedict Wong, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I mean, the de-aging looks fantastic on it. But does anyone want to go watch Will Smith fight Will Smith? That's the question. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the bidding. I'll go in for $1.
I'll go 2.
I'll go.
Okay. By the way, Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $119, so roughly 20 million. So, what were you saying, Chris?
5.
5 to Chris. I'll do 6.
I'll do 7.
I'll do 8, and that's it.
9.
All right. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? All right. Sold to Chris for 9. That's probably actually a pretty
just
good.
Didn't want to waste any of my points for it.
That's probably pretty accurate on that one. So the turnover on that will be pretty good for you, I think. All right. The next one up is when I first heard about this, I got excited, and then I read it, and I was like, The Addams Family, an animated version of the Charles Addams series of cartoons about a peculiar, ghoulish family. Stars Finn Wolfhard, which is, he's from Stranger Things, Charlize Theron.
It's got a good cast.
It's got a decent voice cast, yeah. Hollywood Stock Exchange only has it at $61 though, so 60 million is roughly what they're estimating is going to make. I'll go in for $1.
2.
Yeah, 3.
4.
5.
6.
Yeah, I'm out. Anyone else?
Nah, you can have it.
$6 going once.
Be really good on
That's
this.
the right price.
All right, $6 to Chris.
Thank you.
All righty. The next movie up. Okay, now this is. I think this is kind of crazy, but whatever. The next movie up is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Maleficent and her goddaughter Aurora begin to question the complex family ties that bind them as they are pulled in different directions by impeding nuptials, unexpected allies, and dark new forces at play. Starring, how did they even, David Gaisa got top billing, and then Angelina Jolie, and then Michelle Pfeiffer, and then Elle Fanning. I'm like, seriously? Let's see here. Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $134 million, or $134, which is about $140 million. Never saw the first one.
First one was good.
It wasn't bad. I watched it with my daughter.
So, well, apparently they're going to move on with it. So that being said, who would like to start the bidding?
1.
I'll do 5.
6.
7.
8.
10.
You guys are nuts.
Strategy.
11.
Yeah, give it to Eugene. He'll cut him right out of this.
That's not 46 points.
I'll do 12.
I'll do 13. 13.
14.
All right, thanks. Too rich for my blood. Anyone else?
Nope.
14 going once, 14 going twice. All right, sold to Chris for 14.
3 movies for 29 points.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. And I think she's got them for right about what they're worth at. So, all right, next movie up. Something I was late to the game on, and now I'm super excited for. Zombieland Double Tap. Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita, and Little Rock move to the American heartland as they face off against evolved zombies, fellow survivors, and the growing pains of snarky makeshift family. Hollywood Stock Exchange only has this at $76, so roughly $70 to $80 million. I'll go 10.
I'll go 12.
Do I want to go more than 12? I'll do 15. 16. What is left on my pocket? You know what? I'll do 17.
Yours.
18.
Right. Oh! Oh, no! No, you can have it. That was just a little too rich, man.
I think it's going to do good. The timing for it is perfect for Halloween date movies.
Oh, yes. The fact that it's coming out early October is perfectly scheduled. Hold on 1 second. Get out of here.
If I didn't...
Go. What did I win that for?
18.
18, all right.
If I didn't get Joker, I was going to go up to 30 for that one.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a sleeper. It is perfect timing.
Hopefully, y'all have been filling this with content, so I don't have to cut it out. The cats have learned to push open the door, and like he is fascinated with all the stuff that's in my office. He's a little boy, basically. So, all right.
If I didn't get Joker, I was ready to go to 30 for that one. So
wow, really?
I was just going to let you two play it out, but I was taking that one.
Well, alrighty then. Okay, so the next movie up, kind of a bit of a sleeper hit, maybe, if it's going to be a hit, is Black and Blue. Black and Blue is an action thriller about a rookie cop, Naomi Harris, who inadvertently captures the murder of a young drug dealer on her body cam. After realizing that the murder was committed by corrupt cops, she teams up with one person from her community who is willing to help her, Tyrese Gibson, as she tries to escape both the criminals out for revenge and the police who are desperate to destroy the incriminating footage. Hollywood Stock Exchange only has this at $23, so they only expected to make about $30 million.
Yeah.
Anyone want to go in first?
$1.
2.
3.
You can have it for 3. I'm not going higher than 3. Anyone else?
No.
Going once, going twice. All right. Next movie up is Countdown. When a nurse downloads an app that claims to predict the moment a person will die, it tells her she only has 3 days to live. With the clock ticking and a figure haunting her, she must find a way to save her life before time runs out. This is a horror thriller. No one really to name cast-wise. Hollywood Stock Exchange has it at $29, so roughly $30 million. They're actually expecting this to do better than Black and Blue. So, with that being said, anyone want to go first? $1. $1, anyone?
1.
All right. Ray's got it for 1.
2.
2 to Sean. 2 to Sean going once. 2 to Sean going twice. $2 to Sean. All right. Next movie up. Something I have high hopes for, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, this was a hard one.
Terminator Dark Fate. Sarah Connor and a hybrid cyborg human must protect a young girl from a newly modified liquid Terminator from the future. Linda Hamilton is back in this.
Cyborg human?
That's what it says.
It's a cyborg.
Is it? Wait a minute. Yeah, isn't it like a redundant sentence. Okay.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton is back, looking badass.
Going to be the draw for this one.
Here's the thing. So, what's his face who directed the first one?
James Cameron.
James Cameron was names attached, but it's as a producer, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how hands-on and how off he is on this thing. So,
on how many Avatar movies right now?
I know, right? Why does he think we need 16 Avatar movies? Like, it's been a decade since the first one. Whatever. Anyway, all right. So Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $93. So they're not expecting it. They're expecting to make about 100 million. So I'll put down 1 on it.
I'll go 5.
8.
I'll do 10.
11.
12.
13.
You guys are so full of crap. You're trying to talk the movie down and then start bidding up.
What was the last bid?
13.
13 to Chris, right? All right, 13 going once. 13 going twice. Terminator Dark Fate to Chris for 13 points.
I don't think I've actually
I said 13.
You said 13.
I said 13.
Yeah, Ray got that one.
My apologies.
Yeah, but I've never seen an actual whole Terminator movie, so there you go then.
The first and second one are good, and the other ones after that are...
They're fun to watch, but they
do
nothing.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, to me, Terminator's not one of... I'm not, like, super into that mythology or anything, so it's just like, all right, cool, it's robots from the future. Let's watch it, so...
I can't wait to watch it with my kids.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. All right, the next movie up is... Now, this is going to be an interesting one. The Irishman. A mob hitman recalls his possible involvement with the slaying of Jimmy Hoffa. Directed by Martin Scorsese. Starring Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. Okay, here's the deal with this movie.
Why is it only listed, like, that's a low estimate? What?
Here's why. It is a limited run, and then it's going to most immediately run to, I think it's either Netflix or Hulu. They're the ones that they're putting it out there. They're putting it out there in the theaters just long enough for Oscar nominations, and then it's going to all the streaming stuff.
Damn.
Here's the thing, though. It's a Martin Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
You want to watch those in the theater if you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does movies so that they're supposed to be on a big screen. But yeah, Hollywood Stock Exchange only has it at $1, and that because they know it's going to go directly to streaming. So, with that said, I'll put $1 on it.
I'll go 2.
Ray will go 2. Anyone else?
Shoot.
3.
Did you say 3? Chris, did you say 3?
Yes, I did.
All right, 3 to Chris. Anyone else? 3 going once.
How long is the run going to be?
I'll take us like 3 or 4 weeks.
Damn it, no. That was on my list, but that really screws it up.
Yeah, 3 going once, 3 going twice, 3 to Chris. All right.
Yeah, good lie. Damn it.
All right. The next one up is Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep. This is based off of the Stephen King book, which is the sequel to The Shining. Years following the events of The Shining, a now adult Dan Torrance meets a young girl with similar powers as his and tries to protect her from a cult known as the True Knot, who prey on children with powers to remain immortal. Director Mike Flanagan, stars Rebecca Ferguson, Ewan McGregor. He's honestly the biggest name attached to this thing. Okay. Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $79, so roughly $80 million. This is based off a Stephen King book. It is a really good book. I really enjoyed it. And so from what I've heard is it is pulling stuff from because the original Shining movie and the book are so different. They're pulling from both of them to kind of combine it. So I'm super interested in seeing how this is. Not to talk it up too much, but I would like to start the bidding.
If this was released closer to Halloween, I'd probably go higher.
Understandable. It is early November.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 3.
I'll do 5.
6.
8. 8 going once.
9.
Do I put down $10 for this? No, you can have it at 9. Anyone else? 9 going once? 9 going twice?
Damn.
Well, I think that's actually probably a pretty good price for it, Ray. So
Higher than I wanted, but oh well.
All right, let's see here. Next movie up is Midway. It's an action drama, the story of the Battle of Midway told by the leaders of the sailors who fought it. This is a Roland Emmerich movie. Luke Evans, Patrick Wilson, Mandy Moore, Alexander Ludwig. Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $58, so roughly about $60 million. We're looking at mid-November at this point. So, anyone want to start the bidding?
$1.
$2.
3.
$4. Sorry.
$5.
That counts, yeah.
5. 5. Nobody else? Just me?
I think 5 going once.
6.
6 to Sean.
Oh, Sean.
6 going once.
You're at 35.
Oh, 7.
7 to Chris.
8.
8 to Sean.
Sean wants it.
Mm-hmm.
8 going once. 8 going twice. Sean gets it for $8. All right, we are midway through. Midway through November, so we're about halfway through the bids. So let's just kind of do a quick recap. I have 46 points left. I've only got one movie, which is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Chris has 65 points left, and she has Gemini Man, The Addams Family, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Black and Blue, and The Irishman. Ray has 53 points and has Joker, Terminator, Dark Fate, and Doctor Sleep. And Sean has 72 points with Zombieland, Countdown, and Midway. All right, next up on the list is a movie that I honestly did not know that they were remaking until I started looking at the scheduling for this game. Charlie's Angels. Reboot of the 2000 action comedy based on the 1970s television series, a new generation of private detectives working for the mysterious Charlie. Director Elizabeth Banks, stars Naomi Scott, Kristen Stewart.
Yep.
They have it a lot higher than I do.
And Elizabeth Banks. Wait a minute, she's directing in. Oh my God.
And starring in it yet.
Oh Jesus. Okay. They have it at $77?
Yeah, I wouldn't put too
Kristen
much
Stewart
stock
worked
in it.
to act since the last thing she was in?
Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff.
Is she still like a cardboard cutout though?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I like
All right.
that.
Well, with that being said, who would like to go first?
I'll go 1.
2.
3.
4.
5.
7.
You can have it.
Alrighty.
I didn't really want it.
7 going once.
I don't want to see it. I like Elizabeth Banks.
I'm just
7
tired
going
of letting you run
twice.
with like 1 or 2 for each of these.
$7. I think that may end up being right about the right number. Just kind of depends on how people see it. So, all right. The next movie up is Ford versus Ferrari. It's an action biography. I don't know how you classify that, but whatever. American car designer Carroll Shelby and driver Ken Miles battle corporate interference, the laws of physics, and their own personal demons to build a revolutionary race car for Ford and challenge the Ferrari at the 24-hour Le Mans in 1966. Christian Bale's in it. Matt Damon's in it. It's got It's got a decent pedigree, and it's Hollywood Stock Exchange has it at $86, so close to $90 million for it. Would anyone like to go first?
1.
I'll do 5.
6.
I'll go 6. Oh, you can have that, Chris.
6 to Chris. I'll do 7. Anyone else?
42.
You're at 42.
I'm at 42. I'll do. No, you go ahead.
So it's me to 7?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it for 7. All right. All right, here's a big one. Now, I have some thoughts on this one. Frozen 2. Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven leave Ardenel, I don't know how to say it, to travel to an ancient autumn-bound forest of an enchanted land. They set out to find the origin of Elsa's powers in order to save their kingdom. Okay, so Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $257. So they're thinking $260 million. On one hand, it's been quite a while since Frozen's been out, and most parents are pretty much done with Let It Go. That being said, the kids are going to fucking lose their mind for this movie.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, who would like to go first?
5.
20.
Oh.
25.
30.
Can't have them both, man. 31.
35.
40.
I'm out. I've only got 39 points left. 40 going once. 40 going twice. Sold to Chris for 40 points. Damn, that's gonna be a good buy.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're underestimating that one.
So
all right.
Chris has 18 points left.
Chris has 18. Okay, so right now I have 39. Chris has 18. Ray has 53, and Sean has 72. So he can still kind of roll over us.
I have 51.
How do you have 51?
27.
For Joker? Oh, I'm sorry. I put down 25. That's why. Okay. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so there we go. All right, next movie up on the list, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, based on the true story of real-life friendship between Fred Rogers and journalist Tom Janod, starring Tom Hanks. That's all you got to say right there, starring Tom Hanks. Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $74, so $75 million. Anyone like to go first?
10.
12.
15.
16.
17.
18.
19.
20.
Too rich for my blood. 20 going to Sean. 20 going once. 20 going twice. Sold to Sean for 20.
The only thing that'll burn me is it's the opening weekend of Frozen 2.
That is true, but then again, a lot of parents may be like, "Here, you go watch this. I'm gonna go watch this."
That's what I'm hoping.
So, I'll be honest with you, like freaking, I love the story of Mr. Rogers, and seeing it told with Tom Hanks just sounds awesome. So, I'm gonna have to go see this one. Next movie up, Knives Out. This is a comedy. Detective investigates the death of a patriarch in an eccentric, combative family. Chris Evans is in it.
Oh, and Daniel Craig. It looks good, but look what it's going against.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, Knives Out is set at, actually it's at $70, so they think it's going to make decent money. So, anyone want to go first?
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6.
No, I can't do that. No. 6 to Ray. Anyone else? 6 going once.
No,
6
I just
twice. All right.
It's too much that weekend.
Sold to Ray for 6. All right. Next movie up, Queen and Slim. A couple's first date takes an unexpected turn when a police officer pulls them over. Let's see here. Hollywood Stock Exchange only has it at $25. So 25 million roughly. Would anyone like to go first?
One. No, 2.
2 to Sean. 2 going once. 2 going twice. 2 to Sean.
Nice.
Okay, this is getting tough. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 7 movies left.
And how many points does Sean have?
I've got 39. Chris has 18. You have 45, and Sean has 50. Okay. So he still has the lion's share. So, all right. Let's see here. Hold on. I gotta scroll over here to the next thing. There we go. All right. So next movie up is Brahms: The Boys 2. This is a horror movie. This is a horror movie. After a family moves into the Hillshire mansion, their young son soon makes friends with a lifelike doll called Brahms. It's Katie Holmes, Oliver Rice. Yeah, okay, Katie Holmes. Hollywood Stock Exchange only has this at $14. So, anyone like to bid first?
1.
All right, Sean's got 1. Got 1 on it. Anyone for 2? Are we really gonna let him have this movie for 1? 1 going once. 1 going twice. All right, it's yours for $1. I mean, let's be honest. It's a horror movie in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that doll.
It's gonna bomb, but it's just gonna add to mine for a $1.
Honestly, if it makes $10 million, you will have gotten your points worth. To be honest with you, so yeah, that's probably not too bad there.
Trying to bring him down so that I can outbid him at something else.
No, I understand. Next movie up is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It's a historical drama on an isolated island. In Brittany at the end of the 18th century, a female painter is obligated to paint a wedding portrait of a young woman. Okay. Sure, why not? Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at a whopping $1 and 47 cents. Would anyone like to go first? $1 to anyone.
$1.
Oh,
1
Chris
to Chris.
Can have it.
1 going once, 1 going twice. $1 to Chris. All right. The next movie up is. Oh, come on now. Next movie up is Jumanji: The Next Level. A team of friends return to Jumanji to rescue one of their own, but discover that nothing is as they expect. The players need to brave parts unknown, from arid deserts to snowy mountains, in order to escape the world's most dangerous game. This is the sequel to the reboot, reimagine, whatever, of Jumanji. Karen Gillan, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart. I mean, the
first one was so good.
And I still have not seen it, and I've heard nothing but good about it. I've heard it is just a fun movie.
Oh yeah, great family movie.
Yeah, Hollywood Stock Exchange has it at $283.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would anyone like to start the bidding?
20.
Oh, I can't even.
21.
30.
31.
32.
39. 39 going once.
40.
You.
41.
41 to Ray.
42.
43.
44.
45.
If you say 46.
45?
If you say 46, it's yours, Sean.
Yeah, 46.
All right, it's his at 46.
What's left?
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I was like all in at 39. All right. Let's see here. Next movie up is Black Christmas. Oh, look, another horror movie in December.
Yeah.
A group of students are stalked by a stranger during their Christmas break. A remake of the 1974 horror film Black Christmas. Yeah, there's no one really to phone home about. Hollywood Stock Exchange has this at $30. Would anyone like to go first? One to Ray. One to Ray. One going once. One going twice. All right, one to Ray. That leaves us 3 movies.
Oh no.
I can pretty much guess you're not going to get any more movies, Sean. I'm just saying right now. All right, so the first movie of the final 3 up is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Cats. Let me find. There it is, Cats. It has its animation. Is it animation? I guess it is.
No.
It's live action capture. I don't know.
No,
A Tribe of Cats.
I thought it was actual actors and actors.
I did.
Idris Elba in this?
It's all motion capture.
Oh.
Yeah. A tribe of cats called the Jealousies, I guess, must decide yearly which one will ascend to their Havenside lair and come back to a new jealousy life. What the fuck? Directed by Tom Hooper, stars Idris Elba, Rebel Wilson, Ian McKellen, Jennifer Hudson. How did it get this fucking cast? Would anyone like to start the Hollywood Stock Exchange has it at 66. Would anyone like to start the bidding?
I'll start it at 5.
6.
6 to Chris.
7.
7 to Ray. 7 going once.
8.
8 Chris. 8 going once.
9.
9 to Ray.
Have it.
9 going
Loves
once.
his pussy.
No.
9 going twice. 9 to Ray.
I'm kidding.
All right. There are 2 more movies left. The second to last one is Little Women. Now these movies are only going to have about 2 weeks to make any money on them. So, let's see here. Little Women. 4 sisters come of age in America in the aftermath of the Civil War. Not really recognizing any of these names except for Emma Watson. Of course, this is, based off of the book. The Hollywood Stock Exchange has it at $68. So,
I thought this was about midgets.
No, it's not about midgets.
No.
I was way off.
Anyone like to start the bidding?
I will do 3.
4.
5.
5 to Chris.
Come on, Ray. There's a lot of lonely women this time of year that's going to go see this movie.
Yeah, but I'm going to get hit again if I take this one. So
5 going once.
You can do it.
Going twice. 5 to Chris.
Yay, thank you.
All right. Last up is 1917.
30.
2 young British soldiers during the First World War are given an impossible mission to deliver a message deep into enemy territory that will stop their own men and Blake's own brother from walking straight into a deadly trap. Benedict Cumberbatch, Mark Strong, Colin Firth.
30.
36. And it's mine.
This movie's going to do well.
Do what?
I can only go to 34.
That's why I was counting on it. I was like, I'll just do 36 and do it. All right, well, that is it. Ray actually had quite a few points left over, but let's see here. So our final, I only had 3 movies. I have Ford versus Ferrari, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and 1917. So until about mid February or mid November, I'm not going to have any points on the board. Chris, yeah, Chris had 12 points left over, and she has Gemini Man, Addams Family, Maleficent, Black and Blue, The Irishman, Charlie's Angels, Frozen 2. That's her big one. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and Little Women. Ray had 35 points left over, but he has The Joker, Terminator, Doctor Sleep, Knives Out, Black Christmas, and Cats. You've actually got some decent movies on there. And Sean had 3 points left over. He has Zombieland 2, Countdown, Midway, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Queen and Slim, Brahms, and his big one being Jumanji. So your big one won't really hit until the last part, but
I think you're going to be surprised with Zombieland.
Do what?
I think you guys are going to be surprised with Zombieland.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's probably going to do really well. So I'm hoping it does really well. We've been waiting long enough for it. So, and then we do have 2 movies that I set aside: Arctic Dogs and Spies in Disguise. And these are movies that if one of your movies for whatever reason gets pushed back past the date, one of these 2 movies will fill in into that slot so that you'll still get some points. So, and I tried to pick movies I thought they're both animated movies, which tend to make some money. So I tried to pick some things that would actually at least fill in for some amount of money. So, if you are listening, when you listen to this, we will have the game up live. You will have at least a week, I think 2 weeks, to go in and do your own. So what you'll do is using the numbers that we have bid for these movies, you can go in and come up with your own list. And then you'll compete against the rest of us. Now, we'll actually have a disadvantage in that, our movies were set, whereas yours are, you get to pick the best of whichever ones we picked. So if you want to have, a couple of my movies and a couple of the movies that someone else picked, then go right ahead. So, but that is it for our main topic for the week, ladies and gentlemen. I guess let's go ahead and move on to our picks and pans. Would anyone like to go first?
Sure.
All right. What you got, Ray?
So we are going on a trip soon, which I'm very excited for. And I didn't know this, but so our cell phone provider allows us to go to the United Kingdom, Europe, and they would charge us $12 a day while we're over there, which I thought was a little ridiculous. So I found this it was a European cell phone provider called giffgaff, and for £12, I get 10 gigs of data and unlimited calling and texting. So for the for $20 for the time that we're there, I think it's a huge savings.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. How long are you going to be there?
We're going to be there for about 9 days.
Nice.
Yeah, so should be a good time. But yeah, that's that pick. Other than that, I'm off work for a couple weeks, which would be nice. Sorry, Sean, I'm leaving you there.
Great. You didn't leave your helmet out, did you?
No.
Oh, darn.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Just tell me where it is afterwards, okay?
You just might want to check it before putting it on.
Oh,
there you go. Chris, do you have a pick or pan for us this week?
Well, the pick would be that we're
going on the trip.
We're going on the trip.
Understandable.
The pan is how I have to get there.
Oh, yeah.
A horrible, horrible, horrible flyer.
We have some emotions about it.
We have a lot of feelings about it. I have medication that I've been prescribed for the plane ride.
I've almost bought a weighted blanket for her, so she just put that on her wall.
Nice.
Probably should buy that.
Oh, something like I'm kind of embarrassed about how freaked out I am about it. Like I know it's the most safest mode of transportation, statistically speaking, and like all of the crap about it. But for whatever reason, it feels like the most unnatural. We're not supposed to fly. We don't.
I understand where you're coming from. I don't feel the same way you do. I don't care for flying, but I'm okay with it. But no, I understand where you're coming from.
But she
Ray, is now the time I'm supposed to talk to her?
No, not at all.
You sure?
Yes. I'm not to say anything.
Oh, God. Please don't. I'll start crying.
But yeah, she married somebody that loves to fly. I love getting in a plane. I love the takeoff. I love it all.
But he also likes roller coasters, and I hate roller coasters too. For him, he's like, I feel like I'm alive, and I feel like I'm dying. So, yeah. But I am excited to get there and experience all the stuff, and just try not to pick up an accent like a jerk.
That should be fun.
Pick it up. Try it on for a while.
No, walk around with it a little bit.
He's got to think. If I start, because I might do it unknowingly. He's got his thing to say.
All I'm going to say to her is, "Hello, Governor."
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh when she forgets and just replies back to you, "Hello, Governor."
Hello.
And you'll be like, "Well, never mind." Nice. Sean, do you have a pick or pan for the week?
My pick is I finally bought the doors for our new carriage house today. I haven't installed them yet. I got to figure out how to do that, but cut out the walls and all that stuff. But
make sure it's plumb.
Oh yeah, and well, it's gonna be like one of the only things it is in this place. But my window, it's pretty good. I'm basically building a building inside a building just to keep everything plumb and level. It's crazy. And my pan is Ray specifically told me not to talk to Chris today about flying. I so wanted to.
I appreciate you not.
Honestly, I want to be married to her. So
yeah.
Nice. Well, I actually didn't really think about anything until just a second ago. I still have 2 more episodes of The Boys to finish. My God, that is an awesome series. Yeah. I guess a couple other picks real quick. Last weekend, I had a Ghostbusters event. I've got an awesome crew. Like, I've got people who are wanting to do stuff, and it's really nice. Like, to the point that they're helping me plan and stuff. And they brought their Ford Flex, which is a vehicle that I just recently purchased, and they had it decked out like an Ecto, and it looked awesome, and I can't wait to start on that. So lots of research is already starting going into that. And then I guess my other is kind of a pre-pick is my birthday happened, and I got some really cool gifts, but Netflix has been giving me gifts constantly. So, like, the second season of The Chef Show dropped. I still have to watch the second season of Mindhunter. I'm looking forward to that. And then I got notification today that Disenchanted season 2 dropped, and I'm just like, thank you, Netflix. I'm so far behind now. So
I finished Mindhunter season 2. Good.
Yeah, I loved the first one, and I still don't understand why Christy didn't watch it with me. I may have to try to see if I can get her to go back and watch it again, but man, that first season was awesome, and I can't wait for the second one. So,
and the second season just rolls right into it, like keeps going, and it's
very cool, very cool. Well, that is it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. If you would please give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Music. You can also find us on a couple other places, I think like Pandora and Stitcher. Or I know Stitcher, but Pandora and a couple of those other ones out there. There's so many of them I can't even keep up with them, to be honest with you. You can find us at epicallygeeky.com. You can follow us at Epically Geeky on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Where can we find you online, Ray?
The Reluctant Yeti on Instagram and on Twitter sometimes, not so much, but Instagram for sure. And then I have an Etsy shop that's open up. I've got my skateboards up there now. So
nice.
If you search for The Reluctant Yeti, and you can actually see it.
Or you can go to epicallygeeky.com and click on Etsy, and you will find my Etsy store, which is Epically Geeky, or you can find Ray's as well. So if you can't remember how to get to it, just go to Epically Geeky and you'll find out where it is.
So there'll be some more coming too. I've got some more coming, and then from the trip, I have more planned from our trip over to Europe as well. So should be lots coming.
Nice, very nice. Pardon me, Chris. Where can we find you online?
Here at Epically Geeky, Marginally Geeky, and Sustainably Geeky. Although I have been MIA the last few episodes, and I'm not going to be on next month's episode. I'm gone, but I'm there too. And yeah, that's about it.
Good deal, Sean. Where can we find you?
Stealing credit card numbers and buying candy.
Nice.
Also, Marginally Geeky, Epically Geeky, Facebook if you can find me. I'm around.
Nice. He's there. And as always, you can follow my individual wacky adventure online at Optimus Gene on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For everyone on the site, have a good night.